women say to me all the time, why don't you make your husband a sandwich? Okay. Is he hungry? Does he want a sandwich? Like, did he say something? I make my husband food the last 4 nights. I made my husband dinner. Like, I don't understand this weird maker. Like, they're trying to shame women for taking care of their families. Like,
when a woman hears masculine man, they automatically think caveman. They automatically think woman beater. They automatically think lord over you. They automatically think speak when spoken to. They automatically think that they are less than when it comes to masculinity. What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to the channel. I am your boy Dutch, the Black Non-Democrat. On today's video, we're going to be talking about the feminists' hold on American women. And in my case, I've seen it done through the American black woman. Now, I'm a man with 3 daughters. I have 3 daughters, 18, 13, and 8. Nice little gaps there, man. But I love my daughters, and I want my daughters to prosper, and I want my daughters to look at things from a logical standpoint. I want my daughters to look at things from a standpoint of reason, common sense, and taking your own experiences and applying it to life. Understanding that you are held accountable for your actions only, not anyone else's actions. And on top of that, you are to be the leader of your life first. And then you find a good husband to lead you through life in general. When today's women hear a man supposed to lead you and his family, lead his wife, have his wife teach those kids certain values, and be a prominent figure in the lives of his family, they get real triggered. They get triggered when they hear the word submit. I see it in their faces. Look, I'm going to ask you guys to do this. Go to work, go to school, wherever you're going. Just say the word submit around any woman and just see how they react. Just literally see how they react. Use it in the context of submitting to a man. That phrase just gets under the skin of the average woman in this country, and it's a reason for that, you guys. It is a direct reason for that. It started with these 2 women, Elizabeth Stanton and Susan B. Anthony. See, these 2 women did not just want you to stop getting lorded over by your husband. They wanted you to hate your husband. They wanted you to hate men. They wanted you to hate everything that a man represented. Everything that masculinity I was just telling you about represented. And it got all the way into the fabric of these women's psyche. And then they indoctrinated black women with this ideology of hate your man, get away from your man is this, your man is toxic, and he wants to lord over you, he wants to beat you, he wants to tell you when to talk, he wants to tell you how to live, he wants to tell you all of these toxic things. And men are so evil in nature, and that's exactly where we're at today, where toxic masculinity is looked at as an actual thing. They actually say this as if it's a thing. It is not toxic masculinity. Masculinity is masculinity. Masculinity is when a man understands his purpose. Masculinity is when a man can see within himself that he has a purpose to build and invest in his family with an understanding of having a legacy, set down in stone. When he leaves this earth, he understands that he done left it to someone who can continue his legacy. And that's the legacy of his wife. That's the legacy of his children. That's the legacy of him being a person, an understanding person, that everybody around him needs to prosper just like him. If he sees his fellow man on a downfall, it is his job in his masculinity to go pick him up, to encourage him to be a better man, encourage his wife to be a better woman, encourage his kids to be better children in the household, understanding that he's accountable for everything he says. He's accountable for everything he does. And he is looked at as a protector and a provider. There's no toxicity around what I just named. There's no toxicity around masculinity. It is the lack of masculinity when we talking about this toxic masculinity. It is not masculinity. It is the lack of masculinity. But they say it so much in the media that now when a woman hears masculine man, they automatically think caveman. They automatically think woman beater. They automatically think lord over you. They automatically think speak when spoken to. They automatically think that they are less than when it comes to masculinity. They don't even consider the actual definition of a masculine man and what a masculine man's purpose is, you know? And I'm sorry I went on a little rant there, but I just had to get that out because I'm tired of seeing this term toxic masculinity. And that brings us to this clip I seen from the great Candace Owens.
Something that women say to me all the time. Why don't you make your husband a sandwich? Okay. Is he hungry? Does he want a sandwich? Did he say something? I make my husband food. The last 4 nights, I made my husband dinner. Like, I don't understand this weird maker. Like, they're trying to shame women for taking care of their families. Like, that is another element of feminism that I cannot stand. It's an attack on family and these things that work. It works. Right. Men are biologically unable to have children. So the aspiration to climb a ladder forever, to wake up every single day and not have to worry about being pregnant for 9 months, I mean, that makes sense. We're different creatures, you know?
I think that's like a troll though. No, it's like all you're good for is like, yo, make me something to eat.
No, that whole concept came from rabid feminists. Like there was something wrong with being in the kitchen, right?
Oh, okay.
And this was sort of this push of women get out of the home and go to work, which has made so many women miserable. So many women miserable.
I seen Candace Owens for the first time a couple of years ago at the Hip Hop Summit. I never seen this lady a day in my life, and I never seen a black woman talk so eloquently and speak with so much logic, common sense, and reason. It was a breath of fresh air. But I was even looking at her like, wow, she's gonna make a left turn somewhere, man. But she never did. And she held her ground on that stage full of all idiots except Killer Mike. All idiots. T.I. is an idiot. All the rest of that audience were idiots. Everybody on that stage were idiots, man, except her and Killer Mike. And I realized that the black community has a real problem when it comes to listening and understanding who's saying what and why they're saying it. Now, this woman said something to the crowd and they booed her. They booed the mess out of Candace Owens. And if you guys know what I'm talking about, please put a 3 in the comment section if you've seen that Hip Hop Summit. And they just booed the mess out of her. But Killer Mike came right behind her after T.I. told Candace Owens, you saying a bunch of bullshit. That's what he said. You saying a bunch of bullshit. So Killer Mike interjected and he said, look, you guys booing this black lady. You guys are booing this lady when Louis Farrakhan has been saying this to you for the last 30 years. And the crowd just started to cheer. He literally said the same exact thing that Candace Owens said verbatim. But Killer Mike said it, and we like Killer Mike. And that's what the black community has unfortunately been reduced to. Just seeing things, and depending on who's saying it, that's how they feel about what's being said instead of what's actually being said. And Candace Owens did not budge on that stage. I mean, she didn't have no security on that stage. I said this black lady is going to get her ass whooped by these Negroes in that venue, but she held her ground. I mean, she was fierce. She was savage, and I seen this and I was like, wow. That's how I want my daughters to be. I want my daughters to be like Candace Owens. But you want to know what? Feminism caused majority of these young black girls to want to be Amber Rose, to want to be a slut, to want to embrace the slut walk, want to embrace the slut ideology, want to embrace the slut mentality, meaning we're going to own this word slut because people call us sluts when we're doing nefarious things, having over 5 different men a week, giving fellatio to this man and not caring, just looking at situations and doing things in the dark that is inappropriate. We're just going to take these elements that they already call us and we're going to own it. Sort of like the N-word, how black people own the N-word. That was her explanation of creating this slut walk, or this idea of, yes, we are sexually liberated in this country now, but what it is being sexually perverse. You see, she did this thing in 2012 and 2013 called the Slut Walk, and women came to this thing in droves, you guys. And this was almost 10 years ago. This was 10 years ago. And if you look at our young women today that were 13, that were 14, that's now 23 and 24, look at them online. It is all the direct results of Amber Rose Slut Walk. Amber Rose in the black community, as we speak right now, is a god. And Amber Rose is a white woman. Now, the thing is, we look at these things. We ask why. I asked myself, why do more of our women identify with a white woman who identifies as being black? Why do we identify with that more than we identify with a wife, more than we identify with a mother, more than we identify with a woman like Candace Owens, who cherishes values, who understands logic, common sense, who is an educated woman? The one thing that black women tout all day, we the most educated. That's because of women like Candace Owens. But no, we look up to Cardi B. We look up to Meg Thee Stallion. We look up to Amber Rose. And all of these are children of this left-wing feminism that has been tearing through our communities for the last 100 years. And I tell you guys, being a black conservative is the best thing that I could have done in my social life, in my private life, in my professional life as well. You see, that's the best thing I could have done. And I get shunned and I get looked at a little sideways by my people. But at the end of the day, it is all worth it because I have a peace of mind. I'm telling my little girls that, look, you're not about to depend on some slut walk. You're not about to depend on some woman that tell you to twerk online and not be ashamed of it. That is not what we're all about in this family. We're all about growth. We're all about investing in self. We're all about investing in the future. We're all about family. We're all about understanding masculinity. I live with all females down to the dog, and I lead these females. You see, I lead my household. See, when a woman or the average woman here submit, they think of a man lording over them. It is not the case. When you submit to a man, and I'm going to tell you guys this, and I'm going to tell you it right now. When you submit to a man, what you are submitting to is the acceptance of that man's leadership. Now, do you just pick any man? No, you pick the man that I laid out early on in the video. That masculine man, not the quote unquote toxic masculinity. You look for a masculine man. And if you guys got to get reminded what a masculine man is, just rewind this video. But I can say this all day, and women will come to this video and try to talk against what I said. They will come to this video and, just twist my words. They will come to this video and make it sound as if I hate women. I get it. I understand it. I know what you've been taught. I know that you've been brainwashed. I know that certain ideologies, when you hear certain words, you get triggered. But I'm just asking you guys that do come to this video to do those things. Just look outside the box. Look outside yourself. Just take a step back and think about what I'm talking about. You have a woman that glorify sexual perversion, you see, as being the slut walk. Be proud of the slutty things you do. And then you have a woman who has certain values that she's going to pass to her children. That's a married woman that follows her husband, that understands how to pick a good husband, and preaches nothing but life into the universe, as in Candace Owens. Now, does Candace Owens sometimes say things that, I don't agree with? Yes. But for the most part, man, I want my little girls to think like Candace Owens, not think like Amber Rose. Y'all go down in the comment section. Tell me what you think, man, and understand, I'm here to help you guys. I'm here for one particular reason. It's to pull my people out of ignorance, to pull my people to something that is another option for them, and that's getting away from that liberal ideology. Y'all go down in the comment section, tell me your thoughts, like, subscribe, share this video, and always stay unplugged from false narratives. I'm out. Y'all be safe. Peace.